life. You know, the bartender was probably like, he probably looked at me like taking it. He was like, shit, that's not who it was for.
Oh,
ooh.
Jesus.
I think my brain capacity at that moment was probably like maybe a kid who learned to speak about 2 years ago.
Jesus. My first instinct is I'm going to tussle with this dude.
Yeah.
Even though I've known him for years, he's one of my best friends, I'm tussling with this dude. Welcome back to another week of International Idiots. I am not going to lie, audience, I feel like absolute trash. How about you?
Maybe a little better than you. I didn't get as fucked up as you last night, but I'm definitely a little slow today.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm trying to get myself into podcast energy,
I
you know?
hope, bro. I hope. All right, give me a slap. Give me a slap.
All right, ready? How hard? How hard?
It's up to you.
Let's put the mic next to it so I can hear.
Oh,
ooh.
Jesus.
That one woke him up, I'll tell you guys that much.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the #1 multicultural podcast in the world. I am your co-host, Hariz alongside
Mr. Daniel Shapano.
All right, well, while we're, recovering from last night,
What did you drink last night, bro?
Oh, bro. I don't remember too much.
It
but
definitely
I know
was definitely tequila. If you black, it's always tequila, bro. Like
okay,
you should stay away from tequila.
That's a true stat, but I don't think
if you know tequila. If you know the stat, then why do you contribute to more?
Cause tequila's fun, bro. It gets you all
excited, gets you all Patricia, bro.
All right, but tell the audience what the inside joke of Patricia.
Patricia. Okay, so for all of those people who might the movie Split, you know how there's the different. I also want to because you weren't there when I came up with this, so you were being Patricia. Anyway, so the movie Split, there's different personalities. There's Hedwig, the Destroy. I forget.
I don't even know. You remember?
I know that Hedwig and Patricia were definitely two of them. So I was, and then because you were chilling, you were sipping on. I think it was tequila. You were maybe you took a few.
I started the night off with. Oh.
No, you didn't start.
With the night of Patricia was made.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of just went. I started with vodka cran. So with
and then there
one
was
vodka
tequila
cran,
there.
and then a tequila shot.
Yeah. Okay. And then you were chilling. You were normal. You were talking to us, and then out of nowhere you just scream at us. You're like, guys, everyone look at me now! And I'm just like, dude, when did this guy's personality just change? And then you just started getting loud, rowdy, aggressive, and I'm just like, holy shit.
This was the night we hung out with a decently sized group, 8-9 people in downtown Houston, right? Was that the start? Because I do have a story for the audience for that.
I don't think it was that same night. No,
because that was the night before.
That was the day before the cruise.
Jesus
that was
Christ.
the story you're thinking of happened when you came for.
Oh, so Patricia was made before that?
No, Patricia was after that.
Oh, okay.
That story you're thinking of, which we'll tell literally right after I finish Patricia, because that's a banger of a story. That happened when you came for Thanksgiving, when you still had a fucked up ankle.
Thanksgiving 2021. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so anyways, I look at Keegan and I'm like, dude, this guy is literally, he's seen Split as well. I was like, dude, this guy is literally Patricia from Split. And Keegan just started bursting out laughing, because we looked at you it was perfect comedic timing, it was literally just right when you did it. I was like, fucking Patricia, shut up, bro. And then me and Keegan just bust out laughing,
What can I say, bro? Tequila's fun, bro.
I just think that on tequila, I love you, bro, but I just think that your personality, it changes a little bit. You definitely
Am I aggressive?
You have a tendency to try and be. You could be. Like that. The night we're going to get into, you were definitely, just rowdy, aggressive. You're one of those drunks that, on that night with tequila, that people just do not want to have to deal with. It becomes like a burden. People are just oh, my God, this guy again, Other alcohols
really?
For some reason, otherwise not like a burden. You're not I have to carry you on my shoulder, but you're I have to keep a close watch on you, definitely a close watch, because otherwise, then there's certain things you do that could lead to fights and
But I don't. That's the thing.
Somehow
you can't assume that if I don't.
I don't know how you.
I do some rowdy shit.
Yeah.
And I will disclose that. But
I don't know how you've never been in a fight, bro.
I have. But I'm still not a fighter. I don't I will never get to a point where I'm like, fuck it all out. Like, let's actually like start a bar fight.
Yeah. Okay. So
I'll only start a fight if like someone like
then let's
pushes my button.
Let's go into the time your bushins.
You are hungover.
I'm told you I'm slow, bro. Your buttons with 2 T's. Buttons. Your buttons were pushed that day. Like now we're done with the Patricia story. There's context. That was. I want to hear and I'll tell my take.
Okay.
Because like you probably don't even remember like of the Thanksgiving, because that was like around Thanksgiving. It was literally that night.
Mm-hmm. It was the night of Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Good
we
Lord.
had dinner and then we went out afterwards for drinks with everyone.
Okay, so let's start the story off we made Thanksgiving dishes at our friend's house. Yeah. We each cooked. I made mac and cheese. Daniel,
awesome, by the way.
What'd you make?
Sweet potato casserole.
You know, all the usual stuff. And, you know, we're a little stuffed. We let the food pass a little bit. This is still kind of early, you know. This is like 6-ish p.m.
I mean, dude, it took the whole day. Like, the meals.
Yeah.
We prepped them all day. Went to the store. Like, it was like a whole day thing.
So we're stuffed, and we're in the mood.
We're drinking during it. Like, we had like Trulies.
And then we're in the mood to link up with more friends that are in Houston.
Weren't they coming over for the dinner?
They didn't, did they? I don't think they did.
They didn't, which is good because we had a lot of like leftovers. So we feasted on that shit for like the next like 3-4 days easily.
Yeah. So we wanted to organize a night out. You know, we will go to a local bar in downtown Houston. Keep in mind, I'm just visiting, and most of them were living in Houston or in Texas. Yeah. So we meet at a bar. You know, we link up. It's a nice bar. There's indoor/outdoor. It's quite spacious. There was, you could play. I think
it was called like Lil Woodrow's or something.
Yeah.
Like Midtown.
Oh God, that actually gave me PTSD.
Yeah.
Once, holy shit.
Lil Wood. No, I think it was Midtown, not downtown.
Midtown.
Same
sorry,
shit.
yeah.
Like, no one knows that.
You know, there's like a lot of bars.
Lil Woodrow's.
And, you know, there's like a little field patio area where you could play the cornhole. You know, and there's just like, it's a nice place. There's music playing. There's a decent amount of people. You know, we come at around 9-ish, mid 9-ish, maybe 10 p.m.-ish. Right?
Say, yeah.
And we sit down. We're trying to figure out what do we start off with, and we all usually start. And then I think we all got
vodka crans.
Yeah, it was vodka crans or a couple beers. You know, some of us didn't want to drink too much. For instance, like Daniel, he was feeling a little under the weather. And he was also the driver of the night, you know? So we all started off with some vodka crans or a couple beers. Yeah. And I'm feeling social. I don't know why, I'm just feeling social. I like the energy. The company is feeling good.
Very social.
Yeah. So I was like, screw it. Let's start off a little spicy, see where the night takes us. Let me get 2 tequila shots. I remember this, 2 tequila shots.
So you start off like a double.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Two separate shot glasses though.
Okay. Yeah.
Don't remember which one. I think it was Jose.
Must have been.
Probably. You know, and it's not breaking the bank. It's not breaking the bank or anything.
I remember you like at one point you asked like.
Yeah. No. I was like, what are your tequila options? He was like, yeah, we have one that's like.
They had like a bougie.
Yeah,
one,
and I was like.
Like prime agave. And I was like, okay, like just give this man some Jose.
Yeah, I was just like, give me like not shit tequila, but like it's fairly cheap, and he hooks me up with that, you know. And I take the first 2 like a champ, you know. Usually back in the day I used to hate tequila shots, but you know I grew into it just because it's a fun drink, it's a fun liquor, you know. So I take 2 tequila shots and I'm feeling myself, you know. I feel it started to creep up, but you know I'm nowhere close to like, you know, drunk or tipsy yet. And you're
warm. Your stomach got
for sure. And we're in a group of friends, and there's this one girl in this group of friends that I kind of I wanted to get with her. I'm gonna like straight up like candid. I wanted to get with her. Yeah. I thought she was cute. You know, our personalities weren't necessarily like. I would say there was like a click. Yeah, but I thought she was cute, and I was like, all right, tequila's in me. And I don't like mixing liquor.
Liquid confidence was
exactly.
Veins, bro.
So besides that side story, you know, I'm getting along with other people in like the table. We're playing like, all right, loser of rock paper scissors buys the next round.
I remember you starting that.
And as soon as I started that, I knew like I didn't know at the time, but looking back at it, it was the downfall. It was like it all went downhill after that because I would buy the next round. One person would buy the next round, and eventually it added up to me having a total of I think 9 tequila shots in me
within the span of like probably an hour and a half.
Yes. 9 in like an hour,
maybe
an hour
even
and a half.
less, bro.
Yeah,
I would
maybe
even say like I would give you like an hour.
Maybe an hour, and
like, bro, you were literally you took a shot. You took more shots like.
Okay, but did I? Okay, I didn't yak.
No.
Right. But I'll tell the like later the part of the story. Yeah, that's like
how you went to bed was
okay,
wild.
Okay. But yeah, I take 9 shots to the dome like a champ. You gotta give me respect because I'm not like a big motherfucker. I'm actually pretty small. I work out, I have a little muscle on me.
Yeah, but like, you also got to think we had like Thanksgiving meals in our stomach.
Valid.
Bro. Like you had like the great. Like I don't think there's.
Okay, but that should have been a recipe for disaster, if anything. Really, because sometimes I gag when I drink tequila.
Soaker. Like dude, your whole stomach was.
It is carbs. It is
like,
carbs.
Bro, we had so much food in our stomach that like, dude, you could have like you could probably have taken on a bear and drinking. Maybe not a bear.
Dude, I think a bear would rock my shit, but yeah.
In drinking or like
oh, I think you meant like in an actual fight.
Like,
I was like,
no, I'm just talking. You have the bear tied up, and there's just like shots going in his mouth. Like, who would tap out first? You or the bear?
Oh, bro, me and that night, I think I would have won, bro. Yeah.
You and a grizzly bear.
Especially, I wanted to like flirt and like.
And then we let the
talk.
grizzly bear loose on you. Who would win?
Me.
Yeah.
With tequila,
with
bro. I could kill anyone, bro. Yeah. But anyways, 9 tequila shots deep. I am fucking like talking like a social butterfly. I can't stop talking. This one girl like I'm into.
Same one?
Yeah. All right. I pull her aside. Everyone's at the table. I pull her aside, and I'm fucking like, I'm either extremely.
You pulled the maneuver of like, let's go away from our friends.
Yeah. I was like, yo, let me talk to you real quick, right? And I'm either extremely like bodied, like it's one of the other two. It's extremely bodied or blacked out. That's how like high level of like drunk.
Blacked.
Yeah.
I think you were like your speech was looping. You were blacked.
Sure. Right?
No, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And I pull her aside and I'm like, yo, I'm slurring. My eyes are like that, and I'm slow, and I'm like, hey, give me your hand.
Am I hurt?
Yeah.
Oh, good to see how Hariz flirts with a girl. Okay.
Well, the thing is, I don't remember like exactly, but.
Okay, now.
You're hairier than most girls that I hit on.
Yeah,
but,
I don't shave.
We'll improvise.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, I always like found you mad cute and shit, and like.
Oh really?
I don't know what she said. I don't know how she reacted. And
I think she was probably just like, thanks.
I'm like, yo, like.
She probably like pulled a few glances to the table, like no one was looking.
I was like, I know we're having a good time right now, and I don't want to like ruin the vibe, but like, I'm not.
Did you ask her to make out?
I don't know. Nah. That's the thing. I don't know, but I remember saying like,
we gotta get her on as a guest.
We gotta get her on as a guest. Nah. Oh my god, okay. And then I'm like, yo, like I'm not here for long. Like,
drop a like on this video if you want to get her on as a
guest. 1 like?
No, if we get 200 likes on this video, she comes on as a guest.
Shit, 200 views is fucking good enough.
No, I'm being optimistic here for your own sake, but tell all your friends. 200 likes on this video. It'll probably be the juiciest, like, oh my god.
And you'll get a raw.
You'll get the raw take.
I wouldn't even know.
You'll get her take on this.
Jesus Christ. Okay. And so I'm like, yo, I'm not here for like long, like, like I'm
here for a good time.
I feel like I'm feeling you, and I feel like you're feeling me, and we're vibing tonight. Like, let's.
Dude, I wish I was a little fly and I could just hear that. Bro.
Yeah, like I don't know what I specifically, but like that was the gist of it. I probably asked her to make out and shit, and then.
Yeah. About that, I have a boyfriend or I'm seeing. Dude, I remember.
What? Oh, she said like she was like,
I'm going on a date with this guy next week, and I'm like, so.
Yeah.
Keep your options open.
Yeah. What the fuck? Like that's the lamest.
That is like the worst.
Yeah. You could have just said you have a boyfriend, bro. But like, I'm going on a date with a guy. It just says nothing. It literally means like you're still free game.
And if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. Like, but come on, work on some better excuses.
Yeah. Jesus. Oh, I just figured out like she's probably gonna watch this.
I mean, maybe.
Jesus Christ. But yeah. I don't know. I mean, the chemistry I don't think was like really there, and like we're just two different people. I just found her cute and shit. But that was like besides the point. I think we're nearing the end of the night. That happens, and everyone's like, "Yo, it's getting late. We should probably head back."
Yeah, I was like...
You wanted to leave because you were feeling a little under the weather.
This is where I come in and I was like, Hariz, let's go. And you're like, no, give me 20 more minutes. I'll got it in the bag. And I'm like, all right. I was like...
I also wanted to drink more or some shit.
And I was like, I'm not going to be that guy to be like, no, we're leaving now. Like, I want to see my friends succeed, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
But I don't know what happens, but, like, it was, like, about... You just couldn't handle, like... You were feeling like absolute ass. You wanted to go home.
Starting to get a sore throat, a fever. I was ready to dip, bro.
Yeah. And so, we're nearing the end. We're leaving like the bar area to the outside. You know, where they check like your IDs and shit.
Where we come in, right?
And I don't know if you said something, but I literally on the top of my lungs was like, "Wow!"
You screamed.
Yeah. And then
you're like high-fiving everyone on the way out.
Yeah. That's how you know I'm really drunk.
Yeah, you were going up to people's tables. You were like you were like, "Dab me up real quick. Dab me up real quick." And they're just like having drinks like casually with their friends and
Jesus.
Like you must have looked like you just turned 21. Like you've never touched alcohol in your life. You were literally walking around the bar. You walked up to a table. You're like, I remember this because I watched it. You walked up to like it was like a guy. I think it was like two guys. Like I think it was a date. Like I swear to God, I think it was a date. I think two people
fucking spiced their date up.
Like, they were going out for drinks. Yeah, I mean, imagine the conversation's bland. They like, at least give the guy something to talk about.
Exactly.
You know? But I remember you going up to the table. You like look at the girl first, like dab me up real quick, and then you're like, how's your night going, man? And you're like dab me up, and he was a nice dude. He probably recognized like you're drunk, and I'm like on the side like. You know, so like otherwise, you know, if it wasn't for me, you never know. Like if you're on a man's date, like, you know. But anyways, we dipped, and then that's when you screamed.
Yeah. So I screamed on the top of my lungs.
Everyone
looks at me. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know.
They probably have a photo of you at Little Woodrow's, like, don't let this guy in. Although, I mean, they'd probably let you
in. Do not feed this man tequila.
They'd honestly probably let you in because, like, there's a lot of money you dropped.
That's what I'm saying, and it wasn't cheap. But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, at one point, they probably gave me some I don't remember paying. Holy shit.
Didn't you lose your wallet that same night? Yeah.
Yeah, I left it in the car, right?
Yeah.
And so, this is when it starts getting a little spicy and juicy, right? So we're walking towards the parking lot where Daniel Shapano, you know, he's parked. And the car situation is me, Daniel, and our friend Keegan, who we've mentioned before in previous episodes.
Where was Bryce?
He just was at home. He didn't want to go out.
He wasn't there?
No.
Oh.
I remember that. So we get in your car.
No, he was in Conroe.
Yeah. You were in the driver's seat. I call shotgun. I love shotgun, especially when I'm drunk.
Oh,
you know why? Shotgun. You know why I love shotgun? Because
makes you
short
big.
People don't get the front passenger seat if there's anyone taller. Unless you call shotgun. It's free game. I love whoever created the game of shotgun, like, wow.
They're in heaven.
Yeah.
Maybe they're still alive.
You deserve a dap up.
And if you're still alive, we want you on the podcast.
Oh my God.
Imagine. I'm the creator of shotgun.
I am Jim Shotgun.
I created shotgunning beers, shotgunning calling,
and double barrel shotgun.
The shotgun itself.
Okay. Yeah. So stupid.
Dumb,
so stupid. All right. So the point is, I jump into the fucking passenger seat. I call shotgun. Fair game, you know.
Yeah.
No,
I think you just got to the car first. I don't remember you calling shotgun.
I love calling shotgun. Chances are I probably called shotgun, right?
Maybe you did.
And I'm ready. I'm like, yo, let's go. And I wanted to play some music and vibe out on the way back home. You were sober. You were basically sober, right?
I had like
he's
one
good to drive.
Fan.
And it was me and Keegan, besides you in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
And you start off by saying, dude, I can't have you by
in my defense, like I just wanted to like make sure, like my job in that situation is to make sure the three of us get home like safe. As the driver, like that's my priority.
How about you tell the story now from this point?
From this point,
yeah.
Okay.
And I'll tell the story after when we get back.
Like when we got back to the house. Okay, yeah, because I was in the room. I was fuck you guys.
Yeah.
So we get to the car. You're in the front, and I'm like, Hariz, like, do you mind sitting in the back? Like, Keegan, like, we're gonna take a route that only Keegan, like, okay, maybe, like, we could have, the GPS might have shown us that route, but Keegan, like, he goes, like, that route from, like, to school and back every day, so he knew the route, like, without using the GPS. So you're like, man, fuck you, I know how to use a GPS. And I'm like,
I would have.
I mean, it's not that hard to use a GPS. So, and you're like, okay, and I'm like, no, but dude, honestly, like, I feel like you might be a distraction. So I'd rather have you in the back seat and Keegan in the front, because Keegan's way more sober than you. He's gonna help direct, and like he's not as much of a distraction to me
Hey, that just sounds like he's not a party animal and doesn't.
Well, you could still party in the back seat, bro, and not distracting the driver. Anyways, you're like, so I say it a second time. You're like, man, fuck you. I know how to read a GPS. I'm like, I know, but we're not using a GPS. That's why I want Keegan. And then I say the same thing. I'm like, but I want Keegan in the front because he's less drunk. You're gonna be a distraction. Then you're like, man, how long have we known each other? You pulled that card on me. You're like, I've known you for 10 years.
That's all reliable. No, it was like 13 or 12.
Yeah,
I said
whatever
that.
it was at the time. And then you're like, I know how to use a GPS. And I'm like, oh my God, bro. Like, I've heard that 4 times by now, you know? And then, like, Keegan comes, like, because it was just me and you. Then, because Keegan was saying bye to everyone. And then Keegan comes in. He's like, what's going on? I'm like, all right, I want you in the front, blah, blah, blah. You know, Hariz is going to be a distraction.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yo, both of us were like, dude, do you mind? You're like, no. I know how to use a GPS. Fuck you, Keegan.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
It was on repeat for
like a loop.
For like 5 solid minutes.
Patricia mode.
If you want to call it that.
Before
sure.
Patricia was created. Anyways, eventually Keegan starts getting a little aggressive on you. You know, we
start exchanging fuck you, all
yeah,
that
like
shit.
and like you the tones of voice start rising. I'm like, oh shit, you know.
On an incline.
And like, here we go, bro, uphill. Here was the climax of the story, you know? Like, we're going right to the rising fucking action. We're getting right here to the, what do you call it, the climax, all right? The climax is he grabs your face.
And he says, you fucking a racial slur.
Yes.
He calls me a racial slur. We're not going to disclose it.
We're not going to say that on you know,
yeah.
But he calls him a racial slur while holding his face and then
like squeezing it with both hands hard as fuck.
And Hariz was like,
my eyes open up.
I see you, you go.
My eyes open up, and it, like, literally wakes up, like, a different fucking, like, animal in me, bro.
It woke up... Oh, it's called the Beast in Split. It woke up the Beast. Patricia was gone. The Beast was out, okay? And Hariz, his eyes get, like... He goes, don't call me that. And then, like, keep in mind, you have, like, a recovery...
So, I'm recovering...
Broken ankle?
Yeah.
Is it broken?
From a previous episode, if you guys are tuning in... you'll know about my ankle injury. So this was like the 3 weeks after, and this was like around 3 weeks and like 5 days of me after a dislocated ankle. I can walk, but it's not like okay. Mm-hmm. I get out of the car, passenger seat, right, and
like, bro, it was a clean sweep.
My first instinct is I'm going to tussle with this dude. Yeah. Even though I've known him for years, he's one of my best friends. I'm tussling with this dude. You don't call me a racial slur.
Damn, bro. Like,
while I'm like that deep into like a tequila hole, you know?
You have no idea how like for me it was just like I went through like a mixture of emotions. I was angry at you because you were not responsive, so I was like, "Fuck this guy." But then like I've never seen any of my boys tussle. Like it was
like a genuine tussle.
Yeah, like genuine. I was just like,
we've wrestled, but we've never
like,
tussled.
For fun.
Yeah,
like, but I looked at it and I was just like, damn, I wish Bryce was here to see this because like.
You missed out.
But then I was just like, wow, well, that's new, you know?
Because keep in mind, you've known me when I was like a scrawny motherfucker, didn't want to engage in any fights.
Exactly. And then eventually, me being the big strong man that I am, I grabbed Keegan by the neck, I grabbed you by the neck. And
I think you're missing out what happened down in the tussle, though, before.
What do you mean? Like, what's left? You sweeped him.
I swept him by the leg.
And then he
falls onto the asphalt. Was it asphalt? Rocky like parking lot ground. And we're like wrestling, but like it was like holds like around each other's like heads and shit. Or
you guys like had each other's heads like and you're just holding each other's heads. There was no headlock. It was just like a head grab.
Yeah.
You guys were just like
yeah.
And then I was like, what?
And then eventually he gets me onto the ground.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you were sauce, of course. Baby could have taken you. Maybe not a baby, but like.
Okay.
I would say a competent high schooler could have taken you easily.
Okay. I'm gonna ignore that subtle.
Anyways.
Dig on me, but you separate us two by like the shirts or by like the necks.
By the scruff of your necks.
Right.
Grab them. I was like, stop. Nah. I make myself sound like I'm fucking The Rock.
Yeah.
But like I did like try to do my best to separate you. You know, like I just grabbed Keegan, pushed him away, grabbed you, pushed you away. And I got in the middle. I was like, enough.
I'm not gonna lie.
If this happens again, I'm gonna kick both your ass. You know?
But it was basically like along the lines of that,
just,
right?
Separated it. I was like, stop.
Right, and then I say, fuck. Like I'm like hurt, you know. I'm not like not physically, but emotionally, I'm like, fuck you guys. You know what? Why don't you guys leave without me? I'll fucking call an Uber. I don't fucking need you guys anymore, right? And I say that, and you guys just look at each other like, I bet. Hop in the fucking car and dip. And in my head, first of all, I don't have a memory of the fight happening. I don't.
Really?
Yeah, I remember like the face grab, and that was it.
Wow.
And then I remember you guys leaving, and I was like, damn, they actually left without me. And like,
it
actually, like, I was like, all right, they're gonna come back. Nope, you guys just literally went for the fucking the highway, and I was like,
you saw my car on the highway.
And I was like, fuck. You know, I'm like, you know what? I'm fine. I don't need them, right? So I check my phone. I'm like, I'll fucking call an Uber. I'll ask someone for like the address of Keegan's house, the kid that I just tussling, his house. So I can like crash there, right? Because I was like the housing arrangement and shit.
There,
yeah.
So.
Check my phone. It's at 1%. And
I'm at 3.
It was like 3 or 1.
It was sub 5. I know that for a fact. Yeah.
It was really bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, in my head, I'm like, oh fuck. And I'm starting to like realize the predicament I'm in. Yeah. So I call Bryce.
And you're not in a safe area.
Yeah,
like
I'm in
Midtown,
a fucking bar
it's not
area.
Exactly a very like. You wouldn't call it a safe neighborhood.
It was close to midnight, I think.
You can't just walk up to a random person on the street like, hey, I need help. Like,
yeah. So I called Bryce, who didn't come out that night. I'm like, yo, like, can you pick me up? Like, I don't know what to do.
He's like an hour away.
Yeah, he's an hour away. And I know damn well his lazy ass don't want to drive and spend that gas money on it. And I don't blame him.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm thinking, okay, fuck this. I'm going to look for Airbnbs. And I go in Airbnb.com. I have an account
2%.
With 1%. I remember this. I was in someone's lawn while doing this. And I'm starting to, like, feel hurt. And I'm starting to sob.
Damn.
I'm starting to sob. And I'm like, fuck them, man. Fuck them. I'm just going to get an Airbnb or get a fucking nice-ass crib or some shit, right?
You get, like, some nice place in, like...
I was on some dude's lawn while I'm looking at that shit. Dude asked me to get the fuck off his lawn. I'm like...
What a dick.
I'm like, fair.
But yeah.
Right? And then phone shuts, it dies on me. My phone dies on me. And at that point, I'm like, well, I am in a fucking pickle. I don't know what the fuck to do anymore. Right? Luckily, Bryce, who I called first, had called you guys.
He called us I remember, like, he calls us. We're in the car. We're like, no, fuck that guy. But then, like, we started to think, like, damn, we really did leave this dude who has
I was like, visiting. I had no air. I had no, like,
you don't know the area.
Of, like, yeah.
So I think we ended up calling Sam.
Yeah.
Because our friends were still at the bar.
Yeah. So we separated
called
from them.
And I told them, like, hey, you guys still around? And they're like, yeah. Like, okay, because they have the same drive, like, to the same area. So I was like, do you guys mind, like, driving Hariz back and, like, dropping him off at Keegan's? Mm-hmm. They found you in the parking lot, and then there was luckily a spot in the car, so they brought you.
It was cramped. It was like
a little bit of a tight squeeze.
5 of them, 6 of them, right? And okay, so they picked me up. Like, I was a little teary-eyed, but I tried to fucking like man up and hide my like tears and shit, right?
Man, sometimes you just gotta let it flow, you know.
Yeah.
Like, in those situations, like, I don't know, man with emotions, you know?
Okay, no, but
girls love that shit.
I had to.
Yeah, that you didn't know them like that. You know?
I didn't know them like that. Keep in mind, I just met them maybe a week ago.
Yeah, you didn't make the best impression.
No.
It's okay. My first impression was worse. We can talk about that on that same group of people, but that's another story.
But yeah, so they picked me up, right? And I'm sitting next to that girl I was hitting on, and I'm fucking trying to like.
You're just like.
Yeah, I'm like, they're like, what happened? And I explained the scenario.
Sweat, not tears.
Yeah. And I'm trying to explain the story, but like, I'm still kind of like,
sniffly.
So like, fuck that, right? And I'm trying to
you
like.
Have pollen in your car? It's like allergies.
And eventually, like on the car ride back, I get silent, but my emotions go from sad to I'm pissed now.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm pissed now, right? So we get to the house, and I see Keegan, in front of his house, and I start.
Why was he outside the house?
I don't know.
Was he talking to Bryce?
I don't know. Probably. And
no, I think they went out when you guys got there. They heard the car come. They went out.
Yeah. Okay. And I get into like a screaming like argument with Keegan outside of this house. Keep in mind it's like 12:30 a.m.
I remember that because I was in the room upstairs. Cause
yeah.
When as soon as we got home, I was just like, "Fuck this! I'm going to bed." Mm-hmm. Like I know you're on the way home safe. And I heard you guys from the room upstairs.
Yeah,
I was
we
like,
were literally yelling out like in front of like a very suburban neighborhood
parents
at like midnight.
Wake up, bro.
Keegan's, and someone was like, "Shut the fuck up!" Like Keegan's mom's gonna wake up and shit. Lo and behold, she does wake up, right? So we take the screaming argument from outside, back to into inside of the house, and I start fucking. Oh, and then keep in mind, like, Keegan sees me while we're in this screaming argument outside. He sees me like kind of like tear up, and then he starts feeling a little sympathetic for me. So we take it inside.
Yeah.
Keegan's mom's there. We tell her the whole scenario. We both acknowledge we both fucked up on both sides.
Was that downstairs? Because eventually you came up and it was like a 3-way like mediation. Like it was.
Yeah, but we couldn't. Yeah. So we're still arguing. We take it upstairs because we want it to be like in a more enclosed area. Yeah. You're just trying to sleep. You get involved in the conversation, and Keegan's mom is like the mediator.
Yeah.
Of like this argument, you know, this is my side, this is Keegan's side, and your guys' side, you know, and eventually we just get to a point where we're like, we're good.
Yeah.
You know, like, it didn't end up like in the best way possible, but like, you know, we got each other, like we understood each other's side. You know, I'm drunk, so like you have to understand that. I go downstairs because I'm a little hungry.
I think I ended up going to sleep at this point. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Like we, you know, hugged it out. We're like, so sorry, bro.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah.
And I'm also like, so Keegan's like eating a meal. He's eating it with like some very spicy hot sauce. Yeah. I dip my finger in it, try it. Shit was spicy. Too spicy. Like non-natty spicy.
Unbearably spicy, yeah.
Right? I go to the sink, run to the sink, wash my mouth, put some dish soap in my mouth, try to rinse it out. That's not the dumbest idea. I didn't swallow it.
I mean, I would have thought you were going to like, you know, like pull like one of those, maybe like brush your teeth, take some milk or something. But like dish soap, bro, who grabs the Dawn bottle before you grab like water or milk?
I don't know, bro. I got water. The sink water.
Okay.
But anyways.
I wish I saw that, but I was up in the room.
You know, everything kind of slowly dies down.
Yeah.
Right? Keegan finishes his meal. And I'm like, I'm recovering from like a cold that week.
Yeah, we were all a bit sick.
Yeah.
You probably got me sick.
I'm like, bro, I'm too like in the moment right now. Like everything just happened so fucking like intense that I can't go to sleep right now. Like,
yeah.
So I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna take some NyQuil.
Which is like a cardinal sin. You can't take NyQuil.
You can't take NyQuil while you're drinking.
Like it's literally like you could die.
Like you could die in your sleep.
You just never wake up.
I take a cup.
You take it, yeah.
Like the fucking like
serving size.
Yeah, the serving size of NyQuil. Down it, water. All right, and I'm like, I wait like 3 minutes, and I'm like, this is not kicking in, and I'm like, I'm gonna take a second one, and Keegan's mom's like, are you like, you can't do that, I'm like, trust me, like you have to trust me. And I'm pretty sure I like just gaslit.
Bro, imagine her from like her perspective, like if you just died in her house.
Yeah. Like
I remember her like she was freaked out.
Yeah.
Because like bro, if you die in her house, like bro, that's like she's unwillingly involved.
Yeah.
Whether she wants to be or not. That's
always gonna be like on her head.
Did I say unwillingly is unwillingly? I don't even know. Like whatever. If my grammar's wrong, fuck it, bro. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm still.
They call us international idiots for a reason.
Still hungover, man.
So I take 2 shots of NyQuil. Luckily, I'm good.
You woke up the next morning, bro.
I woke up the next morning. I have a little like scar near my nose. Bro. It was a cut scar.
Yeah, but is there still a scar there?
No.
Yeah, it's
not anymore.
It's not a scar. It's just a cut.
And I wake up and I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck happened?
Did you have like a bad
night?
Hangover?
It was more just like numbness. I didn't yak.
Wow. So the NyQuil must have done some shit, bro.
Telling you, bro, I'm a fucking champ. I don't yak unless like the alcohol just doesn't taste good.
Yeah. Okay.
It just doesn't register with my throat. And so,
damn.
I wake up and I'm like, the worst regret ever. Like I actually didn't want to. I didn't leave my room.
Were you like? Did you have like? Were you? In, like,
I was so hungry, but I didn't want to leave the room and face reality.
Were you in like shame?
Yes, absolutely. Like in front of like 7, 8 people too, like 9 including Keegan's mom and shit.
Yeah.
10 with Keegan's dog, right? I was in shame, bro, and I was in my room. Everyone's like, you guys slept in a little bit, but I wake up like earlier than most people.
Yeah, even off NyQuil, that's crazy.
Yeah. And I didn't want to leave the room that I was staying in. I was like, I am so ashamed of myself.
Yeah.
I don't want to know. I know what happened, but I don't want to like realize it.
You don't want to see everyone because like it's gonna be awkward.
Yeah. Eventually like we ease into the day.
Like,
yeah, and then we talk about it. Right.
I don't remember talking about it. Was I still asleep or no?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
But what's funny is that day after we went out again.
That was when I think I was I think I just stayed in and watched.
No, that was the car night.
Oh, that's when they wanted to go to Zoo Lights.
Yes.
Yeah.
We went out. We eventually started. We found like a reason to drink. We were like another bar, and lo and behold, I drink tequila again, but I was in moderation.
Yeah, I was scared.
People probably thought I was gonna lead up to like an even crazier start. Nah, I just drank in a little moderation.
The next day,
he is wanted by 3 fucking police.
There's a reason he's back in Malaysia.
Yeah. But yeah,
that was an eventful story, bro.
Yeah.
That
I learned my lesson.
From multiple perspectives there, like from the you got like from our perspective, we like from the close friends, like from our little group, it was just weird. It was like, but obviously we hashed it out. It was fine. But imagine from like the other people who like just met you.
Yeah.
Obviously they know us.
I mean, I think I accepted. I just fucked up. Like
they
probably saw me like as
probably were just like, we do not like this Hariz kid.
Yeah.
You know, like,
and I don't really care.
Maybe like I mean, you still came on. I think it's better now because you came on the cruise like with them and like they.
I didn't do any fuck shit on the cruise.
Like I think their opinion of you changed a little bit. You know. Hopefully, we'll never know. Like I've never actually had that conversation with them. You know.
Listen, bro. If anyone has a problem with me, I'd rather have them say it to my face. I'm not gonna get aggressive with that shit, but like I don't like. I hate holding grudges, and I don't like when people hold grudges with me, especially if I don't know about it. So just like if you have a problem with me, like just tell me, and I will tell you my side, and hopefully we can hash it out. You know, we can come to an agreement.
There's nothing worse than when someone has an issue with you, and like they're or they do something, you know, like. I feel like that my story in this situation is way too long to like even bother because that would be another 30 minutes. But like I'll get into that like next episode, maybe a future episode. But there's nothing worse than when like something happens to you or someone talks shit about like someone has something against you or someone does something related to you and you never know.
Yeah.
Like you're like kept in the dark. You're the last one to find out. It's just like, dude, like. Just be a man.
Like, just someone tell me, bro. Fuck.
Like, own up. Like, if you have an issue or, like, you've done something that you are, like, regretful of, like, just own up.
Especially if you feel regretful.
It's better.
Like, you got, like, just...
I've learned it's better to, like, the consequences are way less. And, in fact, there's actually no consequences. If someone comes to you and they're like, hey, like, fucked up, I did this.
People will always appreciate honesty.
You respect that.
Yeah.
You might be a little mad in the moment.
You might be in the complete wrong, but as long as you took the initiative to tell them, like, the truth... But that's always respectable.
When you're in the wrong and you hide it, you are like...
Bro, life's too short to just hide secrets from people.
Like, there's certain people who I'll never see the same way because of that. Like, it just changed. Like, still, like, I'm still friends with them, but, like, I'll always be, like, wary, you know?
You always remember that.
Like, I always remember that one thing, and I'm just like, you know what? Like, ever since then, like, I don't think, like I can't trust them, you know? It just, yeah.
I mean...
happens. That's a story for another episode.
That's what life is, bro. Like I think we have a lot more stories of us, our drunken moments. I think a previous episode or one of the episodes we've talked about Daniel's most drunk night too.
Yeah.
In high school actually.
High school, like there's a lot of stories for me in high school.
Yeah. But to sum up like my story, I still love tequila. It's lit.
Yeah.
I'm always the most social. Now I know my number. I know my number now.
What is your number?
9. Like, I can't, like...
No, 9. I don't think you should go past 8, bro. Or
like
7.
7, yeah. Well, now it's probably, like, 5 because my tolerance is really low.
I don't want you to ever take 9 tequila shots around me again. Never.
Keep in mind, this was peak me, like, in college when my tolerance is super high.
Yeah, okay. So, like, drop it.
Yeah, now it's probably, like, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
You know?
Pace yourself. That's the biggest thing anyone. But like, you know, like for me, tequila, I do get hyped.
It's a love-hate relationship.
I feel like tequila is the one alcohol where I always like for some reason
something.
Like
goes
I'm
down.
always looking for a confrontation. I'm always like, that dude over there just bumped into me. I want to fuck him up.
It's an angry alcohol.
The next day, and you're just like, bro, he probably like was just trying to get through the bar. Like, it's packed. Like, he didn't mean to. And like in that moment, you're like, you kind of look at him like, what?
I've had those moments
where you think about it, you're just like, wait, like, what?
Yeah.
That's why bar fights start, bro. I guarantee you, because people like
that and whiskey. I think those two are probably the most like confrontational alcohols.
Whiskey, because whiskey can make someone go loopy, bro.
But I think tequila and like vodka are probably my favorites.
Yeah, but vodka, I never get vodka. Like, I think for me, honestly, my best like
vodka is the most versatile.
It's a lot. It takes its quantity wise, it's a lot. Mm-hmm. But I think like I have the best drunks or like best like moments when I'm on beer. Because beer, I get so talkative and like...
Yeah, but it comes to a point if you start mixing alcohol
with
beer, bro, your stomach gets upset. And
anyone who, like, if you talk to any alcoholic, not that we're alcoholics, but if you talk to anyone who's like a genuine alcoholic or like someone who drinks, like been drinking for years, they'll tell you like the one cardinal sin you can do is like mix alcohols. I learned that early on, thankfully, with what we talked about in a previous episode with my most drunk night, but...
The thing is, we have so many more drunk
There's
nights
so many more. Like, it could be, like, episodes. And they're funny. Like, I want to talk about them because they're actually, like, hilarious.
We have some that we've mentioned when we have some guests on.
Like, we could literally be called the drunken idiots, but we're not, you know. Yeah. Like, back then, like...
We're not like that anymore.
No. We're, like I said, like, I think we said it in a previous episode, like, we're on the decline.
Yeah, we've already hit our peak.
Like, we're done. Like, we've...
Unless we just kept drinking, then
like if we keep drinking and like if we were to keep on going, like if we were to continue it, like we took the right path, like, you know, like we like not doing it like as frequently, like if we'd gone the other path, like that's alcoholism.
That's why I don't get about like people like Nelk, bro. Like they're in like their late 20s, like 30s, and they're still going absolute like bonkers with alcohol, bro.
But even if you look at like Nelk, like think about early Nelk, like when we all used to still watch them, because I don't really watch them anymore. I watched them back then, like when they first brought Steve Will Do It in. Like you got to think, like if you look at the videos now, Steve doesn't drink as much, bro. Like you don't see Steve chugging 5 bottles of wine. Like I think he as well reached a point where he like blew up clout wise from all his like shit. You got to think about it. No matter who you are, that's a lot of like he would chug a whole bottle of vodka. Like, dude, I don't think he would want to deal with that. He's already got clout. He's already like
he's already successful.
He's already successful. He's part of.
He doesn't need to like
channel,
put up a front.
His own brand. Like he doesn't need to do it anymore.
Yeah.
So he stopped doing it as much. But early on, like, bro, he was going ham. Like I've never seen anyone do shit like that.
Yeah, and like
he doesn't do it anymore.
Get like serious consequences.
Like end up in the hospital. You know, like I've seen clips of them carrying Steve like blacked out, limp, like unconscious, but like he never ended up having his stomach. Maybe in the past, you never know. Early on, he's definitely ended up in the hospital having his stomach pumped.
I think this is a perfect segue to Daniel's story about being roofied that one time. Do you think we have time for that?
Yeah.
I think it's on theme.
I think it is on theme. Yeah, I think we have a bit of time. Yeah. So one night we're out. Like it was my freshman year of college, and obviously, you know, whenever I could get my hands on alcohol underage in the U.S., I was, you know, great shit. Everyone does it, you know. So we went to this bar. It was like I don't even think it was anything special. I don't think it was Halloween. It was just like a theme night, you know, like it was an event, you know, some Latin event. And we're like, oh shit, we were like hanging out with a lot of Latin people back then. And we're like, fuck it, let's go, you know. And I see, like, I went to order, like, I had not drank anything at all. Like, maybe, like, one drink at the house because we were running late. So I went to the bar, ordered a tequila shot, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Because I know tequila is that one thing where you need to, like, speed up the night. Boom. I ordered one, took it, and then I saw a shot sitting on the bar. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I see a shot. Let me take it, you know? Fuck it. It's mine now, you know? So I take it. After that, my memories, but I don't remember shit for the whole night. Like I genuinely became a little kid. Like I was slurring I was slurring so bad. I was like talking like a little kid. I was like, I want water. I need sleep. Like there's videos of me talking like this. I literally looked at Bryce. I was like, Bryce.
How many drinks are you in?
That was my second drink of the night.
Second?
It was the tequila shot I ordered, and then the one I saw in the bar, which I assume like it was drugged. Some shit was in it. Like,
oh, that explains it. Okay.
It's like, bro, if you can take down like. I was a chubby boy back then too, bro. So and that it rocked me. I could only imagine a poor little like small girl.
How long was the shot chilling on the bar?
Dude, I don't know.
Counter.
I just saw it. I was, who knows?
It looked like a normal shot.
Yeah. It just looked like, and I was like,
That's
I
scary.
thought I was being like a little fiend, Whoop. That's why I remember like when we were at the bar here the other day at in Trek. You're like, take that shot. I was like, no.
Yeah.
Like you saw the fear in my eyes. I was like, never.
Yeah, you were so against it. I was
like, absolutely not. Like, never again, bro. It's because I woke up the next morning with no memory. Like, my last memory was taking a tequila shot, and it just blank.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, it just.
So wait, what happened in that darkness?
Like, I had a lot of shit. I puked, bro. I would want to say just, it like. Unresponsive, like I was responsive, but I was like a baby.
People just took care of you and just like
they just like, all right, go to bed. And I was like, I need to go to sleep, So I woke up the next morning, no recollection, nothing, and I like for the whole day, every 30 minutes I was puking out like stomach bile, like green, like pure green.
Holy shit!
Until eventually Bryce like, yo, you need to eat something. He went and got me some Chick-fil-A, and like that's when I like it was probably like 7-8 p.m. the next day when I started to genuinely feel like. Back to like some semblance of normal, like okay, like I don't want to yak anymore, I'm feeling better. But for like the whole day was just
like you were yakking so much your stomach just hurt and
every 30 minutes I'd yak, I'd feel good for about 25 minutes, and then I'd be like, oh shit,
probably lost hella weight.
Yeah. And I was just like, my God, bro, like whatever was in that, like never again. Like that's why like you saw the fear in my eye. I'm never doing it again, bro.
That's scary, bro. How it literally looks like a normal drink too. And
yeah. Like, for me, I was, like, in my head, after I thought about it, I was like, damn, I saved some girl's life, The bartender was probably, like, he probably looked at me, like, taking it. He was like, shit, that's not who it was for. But hey, man, I consider myself a hero,
Yeah.
I'm still standing. Some girl out there is untouched. She's okay. I was not okay, but it's better to happen to me, than...
Fuck, imagine someone touched you up.
Could have. I would have remembered, bro. Like, Jin, you never know. You never know what our friends did to me in the room.
Jesus.
Nah.
Imagine there's like the most like vile videos of like them doing not like sexually, but like they fucked with you so hard.
That would be out of pocket.
Like it was like bad. Like
that would be out of pocket because, bro, I was like limp. I was
like one day you're just on Live Leak and you just see a video of you.
I think my brain capacity at that moment was probably like. Maybe a kid who learned to speak about 2 years ago.
Jesus.
Like I was like back to like English as like a baby.
Could you walk?
No, like yes, but like I was literally walking like zigzags.
I
don't think I could barely stand up. Like I was falling, I was tripping into shit.
So that
bro.
probably happened like early in the night too, huh? Because that was your second drink.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy the fact that like.
It's
not like I was like. 9 tequila shots deep, and then I did it.
Yeah.
Like
Jesus Christ.
Like that's the craziest thing is it was my second drink.
Imagine like the perspective of other guys who are like, dude, this kid's a lightweight. Imagine.
My reputation, bro, but whatever, bro. Like they don't know what I went through that night.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad. Like genuinely to the point where like.
It was just blackout, right? You didn't see anything or anything. Right?
No, like you don't really remember. Like it's just like you
That's
see
scary.
videos. You don't remember shit. You just wake up the next.
I want to see videos of that shit.
You wake up the next day. You're like, what? Like, how did I get here? Like, those moments where you wake up in your bed. You're just like,
what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, but like you compete. There's parts. There was no parts.
Damn.
Like the parts that I know came from videos and like stories that I was told.
Damn.
So.
Do you have any of those?
I think I might be able to find some.
But
maybe we can put it in the podcast if I can find that video.
You insist on it.
Like you should they have to hear how I was talking. Like literally, like the audience can't like when I say I was talking like I can quote, and we'll put the clip up. I know I'll find it. I was literally like, Bryce, I want to smoke that, and then I stumbled. And I'll find the video.
So, like, everyone, like, at the bar saw you like that and shit?
That was back in my apartment.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even remember the bar. I don't even remember the apartment. The videos are from, like, when we're back at my apartment. There's no videos from the club.
I feel like there was just
I think we just dipped.
It was, like, 2 in the moment for everyone to, like, record.
They probably just thought I'm fucked up. Yeah. But yeah, I think that 2 pretty damn juicy stories we told. You know, that's a
2-for-1 special for you guys.
We didn't get to a whole lot of topics, but we got into some juicy topics. I don't think there's really much more we need to talk about in this episode, you know, like this has been a pretty good one, a pretty juicy one, you know. It's a fun one to talk about, like reminisce, you know. Painful memories for us, but should be funny memories for the everyone watching, you know.
It's gonna be on the internet forever.
Forever, when you know, we're never gonna take it down.
Fuck it. That's the risk of being, you know, a podcaster.
It's the risk we have to take.
It has been your boy, Hariz Zolfa.
And it's been your boy, Daniel Shapano. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will catch you in another episode. And never forget to stay idiotic. That is going to become a thing. Oh, yeah.
Peace.
Peace.